Welcome back, everyone, to Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad. It is Thursday, March 14th. Lots to cover, so let's jump right into today's session. So, taking a look at breadth, we had 318 new highs versus 265 new lows. 18% of shares were advancing versus 78% declining. You heard that right, 78%. Looking at the 50-day moving average, we had 41% of stocks below its 50-day. And looking at the 200-day moving average, we had 34% of stocks below its 200. Now, things could have been a lot worse if we closed near the lows, but we bounced in the last half hour across the indices. However, it was a very bloody day. If you recall yesterday, I referred to it as NVIDIA in a knife fight with 900. Well, NVIDIA and all of the semiconductors got very bloody today. Taking a look at the mega caps, it was really a few of the Mag 7 that were green. Everything else was pretty much red. And Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon were holding up the world. Microsoft was up 2.44%. It actually broke out to lifetime highs. That breakout actually looks very viable. You had Apple up 1.09%, Google up 2.54%, and Amazon up 1.2%. But then you had names like NVIDIA, which is super important, down 3.24%. You had Meta down 0.76%, and Tesla down again 4.12%. Wow. And then after hours, there was just horrendous action on Adobe, down over 10.5% last time I checked. But just generally speaking, it was a pretty bloody day if you were buying the dips. So looking at the different sectors, you had communication services and energy in the green. Everything else was red. This morning we had the PMI data come out, and it was hotter than expected. So as I've been saying months ago, inflation is not going away, no matter what the Fed and the government tells us. Real estate led to the downside today, down 1.69%. Once the PMI numbers came out, the dollar and yields spiked. So that, in addition to what was happening with the semiconductors, really got the sell-off started all day, pretty much to the last half hour. Let's keep peeling the onion here. What else did I want to cover that stuck out to me today? Affirm Holdings, the company that does buy now, pay later, down 13.8% today. I did not see any news, but it was on heavy volume. We are now racing to the 200-day moving average right above $26. It couldn't have happened to a nicer company, right? I mean, personally speaking, I hope this company goes out of business. But they do like the buy now, pay later loans. It's really not their fault. If you think about it, it's really the consumer's fault that use all of this garbage product to fund all their purchases. They came after all the semiconductors and the Russell 2000 names today, and I'll rattle off what was strong and what was weak. Looking at Adobe's earnings, they announced a $25 billion share buyback program. When someone does that, it basically tells you indirectly that there's no more room for growth to invest in, and the only thing they could find their cash to place their cash is their own stock to levitate the stock price. But the revenue guidance for Q2, I think, is what triggered it. The guidance was below the analyst estimates, but we're talking like they were estimating 5.31 billion, but Adobe guided 5.28 billion. So it's not that big of a miss, but it sold off hard. we'll see what happens there. It was on heavy volume too. Let's see what was strong. And again, I want to remind you all, this is all percentage. I don't want to say percent 20 times. So this is all percent. You had VIX up 4.73, DRV, which is the inverse of housing, up 4.5, UNG up 4.43. You had UVXY, which is volatility index ETF, up 3.42. TBT, inverse of bonds, up 3.37. 10-year yield, TNX, up 2.53. We're almost at 4.3% for the 10-year yield. Microsoft up 2.44, Google up 2.37, and UCO, which is oil, up 2.04. Let me catch my breath before I do the week. I'm not going to be able to do this in one breath, okay? Okay, let's go. Affirm down 13.84. Rivian down 8.71. Lennar down 7.64. Marathon Digital down 7.46. Coinbase down 7.17. Tark down 6.70. Beazer Homes down 6.68. Hovanian Homes 6.43. Bitfarms down 6.36. FBTC down 5.85, IBIT down 5.82, BTCO down 5.80, BRRR 5.7. You get a recurring theme here. These are all Bitcoin ETFs. MicroStrategies down 5.06, SMCI down 4.88, KB Homes down 4.67, ACMR down 4.45, AI down 4.18, Tesla down 4.12, AMD down 3.97, Toll Brothers down 3.95, TriPoint Homes down 3.92, Pulte Homes down 3.82, BTG down 3.76, Carvana down 3.75, Backblaze, 3.48, Etsy down 3.35, Klaviyo down 3.32, Nvidia down 3.25, Dell down 3.23, ARK Innovation down 3.22, ITB, which is home building ETF, down 3.16, DR Hortons down 3.14, Wayfair down 2.86, CarMax down 2.74, Red Rock Casino down 2.72, Kava down 2.66. I'm going to keep going, but I'm going to stop here. But I will post all of this in the show notes for the premium members. For the new subscribers, thank you for joining my Substack. Just as a quick housekeeping item, I am offering 2 promotions. One, if you want to try premium for free for 30 days, all you have to do is message me on Substack or email me, nyugrad@protonmail.com, and I'll hook that up. And there's a 20% annual membership savings that's going on until the end of March. That will also be in the top of the show notes, or you can go to nyugrad.substack.com/featured. I will see all the free subscribers after the Friday session, and premium members, please stay on.